Hello friends, today we are going to learn about Class 6 NCERT Geography Chapter 3. The topic is motion of the earth. In this chapter we will broadly cover rotation, revolution, orbital plane, circle of illumination, leap year, elliptical orbit, solstice and equinox. Okay, so we know that earth has two types of motion. One is rotation and another one is revolution. So we know that earth rotates on its axis from west to east. This axis is inclined somehow it is inclined by 23 and half degree. This is 23 and half degree, right? This is the angle. So if this is 23 and half and this is perpendicular, then how much this angle would be? 66 and half degree, right? So this axis of rotation is actually 66 and half degree inclined on its orbital plane. What is orbital plane? We will learn about it. Say this is sun and earth rotates around it in this elliptical orbit. Okay, so this plane is its elliptical orbit and this is orbital plane. Okay, so this axis of rotation is inclined with 66 and half degree. This axis of rotation makes an angle of 66 and half. So we know that earth rotates on its axis in 24 hours, right? It takes 24 hours, but precisely it takes less than 24 hours. This is not exactly 24 hours, but this is 23 hours and 56 minutes. Okay, this precisely. We should also know that earth rotates with a speed of 460 meter per second. Okay, this rotates with an average speed of 460 meter per second, around 0.5 kilometer per second. Okay, from west to east. Okay, rotation. Now revolution. We know that earth rotates around the sun in an elliptical orbit. Earth revolves around the sun in an elliptical orbit like this, and it takes around 365.25 means 1 by 4 days, and 1 by 4 days is around 6 hours. So it takes around 365 days and 6 hours. So this is 365 days and 6 hours it takes to complete one revolution around the sun like this. This is not a circle. This is not a circle. This is an elliptical orbit. Okay, this is not circular. This is elliptical orbit, and you see it here that sun is at its center, but it is not correct. Sun is not at the center, but sun is at one of its focus. Elliptical orbit has two focus. This is f1 and this is f2. Then sun is on this focus. Okay, and earth rotates around this in this manner. Okay, now we have already studied about orbital plane, but we will see it here once more. So this is the revolution of earth around the sun. Okay, this is an orbit. This is an elliptical orbit. This orbit is orbital plane of the earth. Okay, at the same time you see that earth revolves and earth rotates also. Earth is rotating and revolving at the same time. Okay, in the same manner moon is also revolving around the earth and rotates on its axis also like this. So both of the earth as a planet and moon as a satellite revolves around the earth in an elliptical orbit and keep rotating at the same time. Okay, now circle of illumination. Due to the spherical shape of the earth, only half of the portion of this earth is getting illuminated at a time. Okay, and so in half of the sphere, so this portion is getting illuminated and this is daytime here. Okay, and this portion is at dark, so night is here. Okay, so day is here and night is here. Okay, so the circle which divides day and night is known as circle of illumination. Okay, so this sun and this is earth. So due to this spherical nature of this earth, only half of the portion gets illuminated and half will remain in dark all the time. Okay, you can also see it here clearly that sun rays are coming from this side. Half of this sphere is illuminated. This is daytime and this is night time. You can see it closely, then you will find that this portion is tilted towards sun, so it will get the sun for about 6 months. Okay, continuous 6 months it will be illuminated, and this 6 months and this north pole will be in dark for 6 months. Okay, and so the region beyond the Arctic Circle and Antarctic Circle having 6 months of day and 6 months of night. Okay, similarly area beyond this Arctic Circle will having 6 months of day and 6 months of night. We will understand it further. Now what is leap year? If earth rotates around the sun in 365 days and 6 hours. So this 6 hour is getting ignored due for the sake of convenience. Okay, so say first year, second year, third year and fourth year, here 365 days and 6 hours, again 365 days and 6 hours, again 365 days and 6 hours, again 365 days and 6 hours. Now you can see it here, this is 24 hours. Okay, every 4 years this 24 hours is getting calculated as one day and being incorporated. Okay, so in the month of May you will see that after 4 years the month of February will become of 29 days from 28 days. Okay, from 28 days to it become 29 days, and this 24 hours is getting compensated. So any year which is getting divided by 4, like 20, if it is getting divided by 4, so this 2020 will be a leap year. Again leap year will come in 24, so 2024, again 2028. So in this manner leap year will be calculated. Now how we will draw the elliptical orbit? What is elliptical orbit? You can see it here, this is not circle, this is an ellipse. Okay, so it has two focus. If we will draw in this manner, then we can draw a ellipse. Okay, so sun is not here, sun is not here, sun is here at one focus. You can see it here. So when earth will be near to the sun, then this position is called perihelion, and when earth will be the farthest from the sun, then it is called aphelion. Okay, now solstice and equinox. So this is very important slide which we will learn. You can see it here. For the sake of convenience we have put sun in the center, although it is not in the center, and this is the position of earth in different time frame of the year. Okay, so this is 21st June, this is 23rd September, this is 22nd December, and this is 21 March. So earth is rotating on this and revolving like this. Okay, so we will start from 21st June. Okay, so the northern hemisphere, you can see it, this is equator, and equator divides the earth into two equal halves, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. Okay, so northern hemisphere is getting tilted towards the sun. Okay, so northern hemisphere, so in northern hemisphere the ray of sun fall directly on the Tropic of Cancer. This is Tropic of Cancer. Okay, how this sun of ray will fall directly on the Tropic of Cancer, we have already studied in second chapter. So this Tropic of Cancer get the light directly overhead. Okay, so this is the inclination and sun will be like this. Okay, so this is 23 and a half, so this angle will be again 23 and a half, right? So this you can see it here, this is perpendicular, then only, so 23 and a half degree will be where the sun rays will be perpendicular, means overhead. Okay, so here northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun. Okay, and so up to this region, so in this region this area will receive more heat. Okay, however the area beyond this Tropic of Cancer will having slanting line and will have less heat than this region, Tropic of Cancer. Okay, so this region will have less heat, and the area beyond this Arctic Circle having the sun not rise above horizon. Okay, but it will have like a dawn all the time. Okay, so like so if this is the horizon, then sun will pass on like this, but on the Tropic of Cancer this will be sun like this, so sun will go here, but in area beyond this Arctic Circle sun will just above the horizon, not go beyond that. Okay, so there will be like dawn all the time, daylight, you will feel the daylight. So you will have 6 months of day on this North Pole. Okay, because this will keep tilted towards this sun all the time for continuous 6 months, from here to here. Okay, so this will be tilted towards the sun, and at the same time the southern hemisphere have everything in reverse. Okay, so the sun ray directly falls on the Tropic of Cancer, so this side have summer, then southern hemisphere will have winter. So in the northern hemisphere it has the biggest day and shortest night. At the same time southern hemisphere have biggest night and shortest day. So this position is known as summer solstice. Okay, this is summer solstice, you can see it here. You should also remember this day, 21st June. On this 21st June the longest day and the shortest night occurs. Okay, now when earth moves from this position to this on 23rd September. Okay, so now the sunlight will be coming from Tropic of Cancer towards equator, and sun ray will fall directly on the equator, directly fall on the equator. So sun ray is vertical on the equator itself. So all the day and night throughout the earth will be of same length. Okay, then what will happen when we will, so this position is called equinox. Okay, equal day and equal night, and then again the earth will revolve from this position to this position. This is 22nd December. So on 22nd December we feel what? Winter. So what is there in the northern hemisphere? Solstice is accordingly, so it is winter solstice. This position is winter solstice, winter in the northern hemisphere, and at the same time summer in the southern hemisphere. Why summer in the southern hemisphere? Because now the sun rays will be vertical on the Tropic of Capricorn, right? And now the south pole will remain remain in light for 6 months. So kind of dawn at all time on the southern pole, south pole, sorry, and night at north pole. So from this position to this position, okay, there will be for 6 months continuous daytime on the south pole and continuous night on the north pole. Okay, so again from this position earth will move and revolve around the sun and reach this position. Again the sun ray will start moving from Tropic of Capricorn towards equator. So here equator, we come to the sun rays comes to the equator, and again equinox has happened, and everywhere the same equal length of day and night. And again from equator the sun rays will move towards Tropic of Cancer. So we have already studied in chapter 2 that the sun rays falls vertical from Tropic of Cancer to Tropic of Capricorn, right? This is equator. So sun rays, like if it is on equinox, means sun rays fall vertically on the equator. Then from this position towards this, sun rays will go towards Tropic of Cancer. So here the sun rays will be vertical on Tropic of Cancer. Okay, again from Tropic of Cancer the sun rays will be vertical on equator, right? So here again we come to the equinox. From here to here, from equator to Tropic of Cancer. So here sun rays comes vertical on Tropic of Cancer, sorry, Tropic of Capricorn, and again it will move from this position to this, and again come like this and go like this. So sun rays moves like this and again like this, keep coming and keep going. So I hope you all have understood this solstice and equinox. So thank you.